And just like that, Cookie Bananity and Edelbach storm into third place after improving their lap time by a whopping 8.5 seconds and climbing up 11 positions. Chip Broman and Maya made a swift move up to 5, passing Feds and A. Aerofail. Holy Free has made a good push to Pate, surpassing Amundsen from Team Nafgom Kings. Amundsen has gained ground up to P9, overtaking Ani Poppy. Duff Dad is now in third place after overtaking Zach from Source. There's an intense battle for fifth place involving Chip Broman, Maya, Flyna, and Haruto Fai. Amundsen has made progress, moving up to 7th place by overtaking Feds and the RFL. Zach from Source, Chip Broman and Maya are battling it out for 4th place. Uni Poppy has made a move to 9th, passing Matsu Inc. Kaitsip. Deokranshaw and Neo Texum are in a tight fight with just Jazik for the 17th position. Deokranshaw and Neo Texum are in a Chrysler Valiant Charger, while just Jazik drives an Alfa Romeo Giulia, 60 Tosti. Flyna, Haruto 5, Feds, and Aerofail are fiercely competing for the 6th position. Amundsen and Andy Poppy are locked in a battle for 8th place. Hugh 3 from Team Nafgom Kings has made an impressive move up to 10th place by overtaking Matsu Inc. I2. The race dynamics are heating up with these strategic maneuvers on the track. Koki Beninity, Edelbach, and Duff Dad are fiercely competing for the 2nd position. Meanwhile, Tankomanin 704 has advanced to 14th place, successfully passing Twitch 5. The duel continues between Tankomani 704 in a Lamborghini Europao 100s FD and Twitch 5 in a Lamborghini Geramas for the 14th spot. Just Jazik in the Alfa Romeo Giulia 62 is putting up a fight against who's serious guy in the Lamborghini Gerama S for the 18th position. Let's see who comes out on top in this battle. Uni Poppy in the Shelby GT3 5066 is jostling with Amundsen in the Lamborghini Europe VAR 100 Zalfi for the 8th position. It's a close and intense battle between these two drivers. Koki Beninity, Edelbach, and Duff Dad are fiercely competing for the 2nd position. Meanwhile, Flying and Haruto 5 have made a great move to secure the 7th spot by overtaking Unipaki. Twix 560 and Super Lacroix have advanced to 24th place, successfully passing both Mirasol and Nukambokan in the process. Matsu Inc. from Team Matsu Tigers is currently fighting Gary, No Name, for the 11th position. In another part of the track, Uzirius Guy from Team No Name Racing has climbed to 18th place, overtaking Just Jazik. Now, Uzirius Guy and Just Jazik are locked in a duel for the 18th spot, showcasing their skills in a Lamborghini Jarama S and an Alfa Romeo Giulia X2, respectively. Let's see if the drivers can reach that 4 laps mark. It's getting exciting out there on the track. Zach from Zos has surged to the 3rd position, surpassing Duff Dad. Flying and Haruto 5 have made a great move, advancing to 6th by overtaking Feds and Airafael. Matsu Inc. from Team Matsu Tigers and Gary, No Name are locked in a tight battle for the 11th position. Matsu Inc. is behind the wheel of a Lamborghini Miura 400 Steve, while Gary No Name is piloting a Dodge Charger Daytona 69. Keep an eye on this fierce competition as they jostle for position on the track. Zach from Source is holding on to 3rd place with the Lamborghini Miura 400ZZ, while Duff Dad in the Shelby GT3 66 is right on his tail for that podium position. The pressure is on as they navigate the track. Unipaki makes a strong move to 7, passing Flyne and Haruto by Dale. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha, Yus Jonseven, and Tenkamini 704 are locked in a tight battle for P13. Coin. Feds and Airafael are duking it out with Unipaki for the 6th position. It's a Lamborghini Miura 100 versus a Shelby GT3 66 showdown. Meanwhile, Kurek 3 and Gary No Name are fiercely fighting for the 10th spot in their Lamborghini Miura 100 Zavitona 69. And the trio of Tenkermanin 7 Hofor, Rizaldi Adha, and Uyuzjon 7 are tangled up in a tight tussle for 13th place. Tiger 3 in the Lamborghini Miura. 100 Sphe is fiercely contesting 10 with Gary, No Name in the Dodge Charger Daytona 69. It's a close and thrilling battle between these two competitors. Gary No Name and Matsu Inc. are head-to-head in a fierce duel for the 11th position. Gary No Name with the Dodge Charger Daytona 69 is holding his ground against Matsu Inc. in the Lamborghini Europe 400's face yet. Let's see who comes out on top in this clash of iconic cars. Feds and Alarfahel are currently engaged in a fierce battle for the 6th position, with both driving Lamborghini Miura 100 space. Unipocky is also in the mix, piloting a Shelby GT3 fixture 6066. Let's see who can outmaneuver the competition in this exciting showdown. Unipocky advances to 6, surpassing Feds and Arafael. Feds at Arafael, Flynay, and Haruto 5 are locked in a tight battle for 7. Gary No Name moves up to pen after overtaking Hugard 3. Yo Kunshaw in the Chrysler Valiant Charger, Neo Texan in another Chrysler Valiant Charger, and Twitch 5 in the Lamborghini Jaramas are fiercely contesting the 15th position. Exciting to see this mix of cars battling it out on the track. Hey Epiost, welcome back to the stream. Good to have you racing with us again. Chip Berman and Maya are now in 4th place after overtaking Zach from Source. The 3 drivers are locked in a tight battle for the coveted 4th position. Jezik is now within striking distance of Mama Hasta, closing in by another 2.7 seconds. Zach from Source and Anupaki are locked in a tight battle for the 5th position. Zach from Source in the Lamborghini Miura 100 Savvy is fending off Yumyopaki in the Shelby GT3 66. Stay tuned to see who comes out on top. Kogi Benanity and Edelbach make a swift move to claim P2 from Duff Dade. Amundsen gains ground and secures Pate by overtaking Feds and Air Fail. Gary No Name is on the move, closing in on Feds and Air Fail. Now just 4.6 seconds behind. Chipperman, Maya, and Anupaki are fiercely contesting the 4th position, with Chipperman and Maya in a Lamborghini Miura 500s, and Anupaki driving a Shelby G3 66. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha and Uyuz John 7 are making significant progress, reducing the distance to Tenkamina 704 by 4.1 seconds. Welcome back, someone. Thanks for tuning in again. Let's enjoy these AI race cars together. Racing car dashing our way. Twitch 5 is now in 14th place after passing Buchanshire and Neo Texan. Wunzerius Gaius climbed to 16th place, surpassing Mama Hasta Gothi. Mama Hasta has advanced to 17th place, overtaking Jezik Boy. Baker, Uroni and Amy are rapidly closing in on Gary No Name from Team No Name Racing, reducing the gap by 41.5 seconds. Matsuink has climbed to Penn, overtaking Harvard 3. The two are now engaged in a fierce battle for the 10th position. Gary No Name is making strides, narrowing the distance to Kamikaze 38 by 2.2 seconds. Flying A, Haruto 5, and Zach Francois are locked in a tight battle for the 6th position. Koki Binanity and Edelbach have made a strong move, advancing to the 2nd position by overtaking Duff Dab. Zach Francois advances to 6th place, passing Amundsen D, that to Hisuntiawell. Amundsen climbs to 7th place, overtaking Feds and Arterfail. Feds and Arterfail move up to 8th place, passing Duff D12. Lionel, Haruto 5 and Zach Francois are locked in a fierce battle for 5th place. Matsuinka has made an impressive move up to 9th, surpassing Hugud 3. Hugud 3 has not backed down, and has now claimed the 10th position, overtaking Tankaman 704. Mama Hasta moves to 16, passing Just Jazik Eitel. Just Jazik from Team S1's advances to 17, overtaking Kamikaze 38. Kamikaze 38 climbs to pay team, passing Gary No Name. Flying Eye and Haruto 5 are closing in on Unipocky by 2.1 seconds. Baker Jerome and Amy are also making gains, reeling in Crenshaw and Nia Tixon by 2.5 seconds. Nearasol and Nukembakam are making a strong push, closing in on Twix 560 and Sibalagra by 3.2 seconds. It's getting tight out there. Hugud 3 and Tankamine 704 are neck and neck in a tense fight for the 10th position. Kamikaze 38. In the Ford Maverick 70 is duking it out with Gary No Name from Team No Name racing in the Dodge Charger Daytona 69 for the 18th position. The competition is heating up as they navigate the track. Chip Roman and Maya have advanced to 2nd place, surpassing Koki Beninity and Edelbach Dolty. Zach Fransos and Amin Sang are currently locked in a fight for the 6th position. Zach Fransos is currently dueling with Amin Sang from Team Nafgun Kings for the 6th position. A thrilling battle is unfolding between these two competitors on the track. Hey there, Carpin Chalks Games! Welcome back to the racetrack. Looks like you've joined just in time for some epic AI car racing action. Good to have you back with us. Teng Kamen in 704 is making moves, advancing to 10th place by overtaking Duff Dad. However, Duff Dad doesn't stay down for long, climbing back to 11th by passing Hugged 3. Rizaldi Adha and Uzdun 7 are on the move, closing in on Hugged 3 by reducing the gap by 3.5 seconds. Gary No-Name advances to 16th place, successfully passing Dusjezik Otwai. The Dodge Charger Daytona 69 of Gary No-Name is in a heated duel with Dusjezik's Alfa Romeo Giulietta C2 for the 16th position. Simultaneously, Kamikaze 38 and Momahasta engage in a battle for the 18th spot, with Kamikaze 38 in a Ford Maverick 70 and Momahasta in an Alfa Romeo Giulietta C2. Gironi and Amy are making significant progress, catching up to Momahasta from Team Racing Potatoes by reducing the gap by 41 seconds. Duff Dad jumps into the top 10, overtaking Tenkamen in 7-4. The Shelby GT3 50C66 is giving a good fight against the Lamborghini Miura FAWA 150 Type. Let's see how this duel unfolds for the 10th position. Nira Sol and Nukimbakam are gaining on Twix 560 and Super LaCroix, bridging the distance by 2.7 seconds. Unipocky now in 3rd place after smoothly passing Shik Brumman and Maya Duktai. Bohibeninity and Edelbach are making gains on Cedric and Father Scoose, reducing the difference by 3.6 seconds. Plina and Haruto 5 have surged to 4th place, passing Shipraman and Maya Duktatite. Aminsan has climbed to 6th place, overtaking Feds and Arafael. Duff Dad has made an impressive move, overtaking 6 cars to secure the 4th position. Matsu Inc. is on the move, narrowing the gap to Flying Eye and Haruto 5 by 20.3 seconds. More action as Duff Dad climbs to 4th place, passing Shipperman and Maya in the process. Gary No Name is making a strong push and closing in on Twitch 5 with a significant 25.7 second gain. Meanwhile, Matsu Inc. has advanced to 10th place by overtaking Rizaldi Ada and Iyu's John 7. Additionally, Hagu 3 has climbed up to 13th position by passing Twitch 5 in the ongoing race. Rizaldi Ada and Iyu's John 7 are making significant progress, decreasing the distance to Kamikaze 38 by 21.8 seconds. Additionally, Twitch 5 has surged to the 17th position, surpassing both Byokunshaw and Neo Texan in the process. Baker Gironi and Amy have managed to close in on Rosirius, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Amundsen, Flying A, and Haruto 5 are fiercely battling for the 8th position on the track. It's a tight competition as they jostle for position. Nearasol and Nukembokum are gaining ground on Twix 560 and Super Lacroix, reducing the distance by 2.3 seconds. Nearasol and Nukembokum are catching up to Twix 560 and Super Lacroix, reducing the difference by 2.6 seconds. Koki Benanati and Edelbach have made a swift move up to 2nd place, passing Unipoki in the process. The competition is heating up between these drivers. Duff Dad is gaining on Cedric and Father Scoose, cutting the distance by 3.9 seconds. Zach from Zorse is now just behind Shipperman and Maya after reducing the gap by 2.8 seconds. Shipperman and Maya are making a strong push, narrowing the gap towards Cedric and Farther Scoose by 5.7. Zads and the Aerofail are also catching up to Zach Frenzors, decreasing the distance by 4.7 seconds. The race dynamics are heating up as the cars jostle for position. Matsu Inc. is quickly catching up to Flying Eye and Haruto 5, reducing the gap by 4.5 seconds. Tenkamen in 704 has made a strong move to claim the 11th position from Hugget 3, who in turn has overtaken Just Jazik for 12th place. Susan Greg and Obelix Zamax are making moves, closing in on Mirasol and Nukembokum by 476.3 seconds. Matsuing is also on the move, narrowing the gap to Flying Eye and Haruto 5 by 3.8 seconds. Twitch 5 is steadily climbing up to 16, successfully overtaking Bukenshaw and Neotexum. Susanne Greenberg and Obelix Zamax are closing in on Nira Sol and Nukembokum, reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Duffdad is steadily gaining on Kokibaneinati and Edelbog, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Amundsen, Flyne, and Haruto 5 are fiercely contesting the 8th position in a tight battle. Amundsen, Flyne, and Haruto 5 are locked in a tight battle for the 8th position. Hugget 3 has advanced to 11th place, surpassing Tenkamen in 704. The two drivers are now engaged in a close battle for the 11th position. Just Jazik is gaining on Tenkamen in 704, reducing the time difference by 3 seconds. Feds and Aerofail catching up to Zach Fromsource, reducing the distance by 3.5 seconds. Kamikaze 38 in the Ford Maverick 70, Rizaldi Adha, and Uyuz John 7 in the Lamborghini. Mirror up 400's FE are fiercely contesting the 14th position. It's a close and thrilling matchup between these drivers. Twitch 5 has advanced to 15th place, successfully passing Kamikaze 8 on the track. Gary No Name is now in 17th place, overtaking both Bukenshaw and Neotexum in the process. Keep an eye on these position changes as the race progresses. Momahasta makes a move up to P18, passing Wazirius Guy, Wazirius Guy responds by overtaking Kamikaze 38, and climbs to P19. Duffdad is making a move, narrowing the distance to Koki Binety and Edelbach by 2.6 seconds. Huggett Freeze putting the pressure on Tenkamin in 704 as they battle it out for the 11th position. It's a close fight between these two drivers as they navigate the track. Koki Binety and Edelbach are making remarkable progress, reducing the distance to Anipaki by 6.1 seconds. A fierce competition is underway for the 13th position between Just Jazik, in an Alfa Romeo Giulia, Zait Stoll, and Rizaldi Atta, and Ushel 7, in a Lamborghini Murab 4, 100 Zif Decitho. Baker Gironi and Amy are making significant gains on Kamikaze 38, reducing the gap by 43.4 seconds. Sidrak and Folder Scoos have surged to first place, overtaking Anipoki. The chase is on as Baker Gironi and Amy continue to close in on Kamikaze 38. Koki Binety and Edelbach are making a strong push, reducing the gap to Anipaki by 34.9 seconds. Zach Francois is now in third place after overtaking Feds and Alpha Hale. Meanwhile, Feds and Rafael have moved up to fourth place, surpassing Unipaki in the process. Nearasol and Nukembukembo gaining on Twix 560 and Super Lacroix, reducing the distance by 2.6 seconds. Twitch 5 advances to 14th place, surpassing Just Jazik in the process. Biocontrol and Neotex are making moves up to 16, overtaking Just Jazik. Just Jazik is making some serious moves, closing in on Mama Hasta from Racing Potatoes with a 26-second gap reduction. However, Mama Hasta retaliates and overtakes Just Jazik, securing the 16th spot. The battle intensifies as Just Jazik responds by once again tightening the gap by 26 seconds. Kamikaze 38 is closing in on Just Jazik, reducing the gap by 5.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Deutschlandring and Neo Texan are also catching up to Kamikaze 38, closing in by 16.1 seconds. The battle for positions is heating up with these rapid changes. Linea and Haruto 5 have advanced to 6, passing Koki Beninity and Edelbock in the process. Amundsen is making significant progress, closing in on Koki Beninity and Edelbock by reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. The competition is heating up as Amundsen aims to overtake the two drivers ahead. Hugate 3 is closing in on Matsu Inc., reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Baker Jerome and Amy are catching up to Byokunshaw and Neo Texan, also narrowing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Zachfonsaur's Theds and Aerofail are currently locked in a fierce battle for the third position. Zachfonsaur's Feds and Aerofail are currently locked in a tight battle for the third position. Mirasol and Nukenbokem are gaining ground on Twix 560 and Super Lacroix, reducing the difference by 2.2 seconds. Zachfonsaur's Theds and Aerofail are tightly contesting for the third position. Twitch 5 in a Lamborghini Jarma S and Gary No Name from Team No Name Racing driving a Dodge Charger Daytona 69 are competing fiercely for the 14th spot. Mirasol and Nukenbokem are gaining on Twix 560 and Super Lacroix, reducing the distance by 2.9 seconds. Only Pocky is catching up to Feds and Aerofail, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Chibberman and Maya are making significant progress, reducing the gap to Cedric and Farthest Goose by 2.3 seconds. Chip Roman and Maya are rapidly catching up to Cedric and Farthest Goose, reducing the distance between them by 2.1 seconds. Saffron Sauce is swiftly catching up to Shipperman and Maya, reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Rizaldi Atta and Eugen 7 are also on the move, closing in on Tankamin 7-4 by 2.1 seconds. Exciting developments in the race as these racers showcase their skills on the track. Line and Haruto 5 are making gains on Unipaki, reducing the distance by 3.6 seconds. Amundsen is putting the pressure on Duffdad, gaining 2.7 seconds to close in on the competition. Amundsen is now in 7th place after overtaking Duffdad Dubday. Koki Benenity and Edelbach are fighting it out with Matsu Inc. for the 9th spot. Koki Benenity is driving a Shelby GT3 5066. Edelbach is in the mix, and Matsu Inc. is piloting a Lamborghini Miura FA 100s SCFD. Huggett 3 is closing in on Matsu Inc. by 240 seconds. Just Jezik is narrowing the gap to win Serious Guy by 430 seconds. Nirasol and Nukambokam are reeling in Twix 560 and Super Lokhor, shortening the distance by 3.2 seconds. Flying Haruto 5 are gaining ground on Unipoki, reducing the gap by 230 seconds. Twitch 5 and Gary No Name are fighting for the 14th position, with Lamborghini Jaramas and Dodge Charger Daytona. In play Daytona 69. In play, Kamikaze 38 is catching up to Just Jazik, closing in by 233 seconds. With Serious Guys narrowing the distance to Gary No Name by 2.1 seconds. Kamikaze 38 advances to pay team, passing Biokranshaw and Neotexum. Biokranshaw and Neotexum climb to P19, overtaking Mama Hastadat Dike. Gary from Team No Name Racing is putting the pressure on Twitch 5, cutting the distance by 2.1 seconds. Baker Uroni and Amy are making impressive progress, reducing the gap to Mama Hasta by 38.9 seconds. Hogart 3 has advanced to 10th place, overtaking Matsu and Corny. The chase is on for the lead. Duff Dad advances to 7th place, passing Amundsen from Team Nafgom Kings. Rizaldi Adha and Use John 7 climbed to 12th place, overtaking Matsu and Gordakune. Twitch 5 is quickly closing in on Matsu Inc., reducing the gap by a massive 44.1 seconds. Mama Hasta is now only 2.6 seconds behind Kamikaze 38, showing a strong performance in reeling in their competitor. Gary No Name is making the move on Twitch 5, reducing the gap by 2.7 seconds. Mirasol and Nukambokam are gaining on Twix 560 and Super LaCroix, reducing the distance between them by 2.1 seconds. Though Crenshaw and Neotexum are quickly catching up to Just Jessic, managing to reduce the distance by 2 seconds. Feds and Aerofale have advanced to P3, surpassing Zach Fonsource in the process. Unipoki makes a strong move to P2, passing Shipbroman and Maya. Flying and Haruto 5 advanced to Foul, overtaking Feds and Aerofale. Duff Dad climbs to 6, overtaking Zach from Source. Hugget 3 is making a strong move, closing in on Flying Eye and Haruto 5. Exciting battle for the 5th position as Shipbroman and Maya overtake Zach from Source. Zach from Source pushes back, overtaking Amundsen for 6th place. Matsu Inc. advances to 10th place, surpassing Rizaldi Ada and Use John 7. Rizaldi Adha and Use John 7 now secure the 11th spot after overtaking Tengaminen 7-4. Twitch 5 is making a big move, narrowing the gap to Rizaldi Ada and Hughes John 7 by 15.9 seconds. Hargood 3 is now in P11 after passing Tenkamin 704. Tenkamin 704 has moved up to P12, surpassing Rizaldi Ada and Uyu John 7. Gary No Name from Team No Name Racing makes a move to P13, passing Twitch 5. It's a close fight for the 16th position between Wasirius Guy in a Lamborghini Jarame S and Just Jazik in an Alfa Romeo Giulia, Stilty Pole tie. Just Jazik is gaining ground on Twitch 5, reducing the distance by 3.7 seconds. Jochen Shaw and Neo Texum have advanced to Thesson team, surpassing the Wasirius Guy from Team No Name Racing. Area 40 is on fire, closing in on Susan Greenberg and Obelix Max with an impressive 38.4 second gain. Mama Hasta from Racing Potatoes is making moves too, now at P19 after overtaking Wasirius Guy. The competition is heating up. Jeroni and Amy have made significant progress, reducing the distance to Wasirius Guy by 4.2 seconds. Unipocky is gaining on Cedric and Farthest Goose, reducing the distance between them by 2.2 seconds. Chip Broman and Maya have skillfully advanced to 4th place, overtaking Duff Dad in the race. Feds and the Ada Raphael have advanced to the 6th position, surpassing Duff Dad in the process. Blind Eye and Haruto 5 are gaining on Duff Dad, reducing the distance by 4.6 seconds. Baker Jerome and Amy have narrowed the distance to Wasirius Guy by 3.9 seconds. The battle is heating up as Baker Jerome and Amy are closing in on Wasirius Guy, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Gary No Name is making a strong move, narrowing the gap to resolve the outer, and EU's John 7 by 2 seconds. Kamikaze 38 has advanced to 17th place, passing both Bjorkenshaw and New Texan in the process. Mama Hasta is making a strong move, significantly reducing the gap to Bjorkenshaw and New Texan by 10.6 seconds. One serious guy has advanced to P19 after successfully overtaking Bjorkenshaw and New Texan. Unipocky is making a strong move, narrowing the distance to Cydric and Farthest Goose by 4.1 seconds. Unipocky continues to close in on Cydric and Farthest Goose, reducing the gap by 6.2 seconds. The pressure is on as Unipocky makes a strong move towards the front of the pack. Hockey Beninity and Edelbach are making significant gains on Cydric and Farthest Goose, reducing the gap by a whopping 43.2 seconds. The pressure is on as they close in on their competitors. Schipperman and Meyer are making strides, cutting the distance to Kokibainini and Edelbach by 2.7 seconds. Meanwhile, Zach from Source, Feds and Yerfail are locked in a fierce fight for the 5th position. Feds and Yerfail are getting closer to Schipperman and Maya, cutting the gap by 2.8 seconds. Duff Dad is catching up to Zach from Source, narrowing the distance by 4.1 seconds. Duff Dad is closing in on Zach from Source, reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Baker Gironi and Amy are catching up to Bjorkenshaw and Neo Texan, narrowing the gap by 3.2 seconds. Flynai and Haruto 5 are quickly catching up to Duff Dad, reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Air 40 is making a remarkable charge, significantly reducing the gap to Susan Greenberg and Obelixamax by 223.7 seconds. Just Jazik is really pushing the limits, closing in on Gary No Name with a 2.9 second decrease in the gap. The competition is heating up in this race. Gary No Name from Team No Name Racing is making an impressive charge, reducing the gap to Just Jazik by 20.9 seconds. Kamikaze 38 is on a tier, closing the gap on Gary No Name by a whopping 41.7 seconds. Schipperman and Maya are making a strong push, narrowing the distance to Koki Beninity and Edelbach by 2 seconds. Susanne Greenberg and Obelix Max are rapidly closing in on Mirasol and New Kimbokum, reducing the gap by 34.8 seconds. Susanne Greenberg and Obelix Max are rapidly catching up to Mirasol and New Kimbokum, closing in by 2.4 seconds. Schipperman and Maya have made an impressive move, climbing up to the 4th position by overtaking Feds and E. Raphael. Mirasol and Nukembokum are gaining ground on Twix 560 and Super Lacroix, cutting the distance by 2.4 seconds. Mirasol and Nukembokum are making moves, catching up to Twix 560 and Super Lacroix by 2.4 seconds. Feds, Raphael and Zach from Source are locked in a tight battle for the 5th position on the track. Zach from Source has advanced to 5th place, successfully passing Feds and Raphael. The three are now engaged in a competitive battle for the 5th position. Zach from Source has advanced to 5th place, passing both Feds and Raphael in the process. Twitch 5 is making a move on Rizaldi Adha and Usjan 7, cutting the difference down by 2.30 seconds. Zach from Source is making a move, narrowing the gap to Schipperman and Maya by 2.5 seconds. Feds and Raphael now in 5th place after passing Zach from Source. Duff Dad is on the move, closing in on Zach from Source by 2.1 seconds. Unipocky is taking the lead with Cydric and Farthest Goose close behind, and Koki Beninity is tailing Edelbach as they navigate the track. Let's see if there will be any change in positions as the race progresses. Nearsol and Nukembukem are catching up to Twix 560 and Super Lacroix, decreasing the distance by 2 seconds. Just Jizik in the Alfa Romeo Giulia GC, and Gary No Name from Team No Name Racing in the Dodge Charger Daytona 69 are locked in a heated battle for the 15th position. It's a close fight between these two drivers. Feds and Aerofail are in a close fight for 5th place, with Feds driving a Lamborghini Miura 100C in Aerofail, in a Shelby GT3, into 56 from Team Live for speed. 66 from Team Live for speed. Matsu Inc. is making gains on Amundsen from Team Nafgom Kings, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Nearsol and Nukembukem are also catching up to Twix 560, and Super Lacroix, closing in by 2.5 seconds. Shipbroman and Maya are making gains on Koki Beneinati and Edelbog, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Rizaldi Adha and Oyuzjon 7 are also closing in on Tenkamen 704, narrowing the distance by 2.1 seconds. The race intensifies as these drivers push for better position. Just Jazik and Gary No Name are fiercely contesting the 15th position. Mama Hasta has advanced to 17th, surpassing Wazirius Guy. In turn, Wunzirius Guy has climbed to 18th, overtaking Bjorkrenshaw and Neotexum. Bjorkrenshaw and Neotexum are making significant gains on Mama Hasta, reducing the gap by 572.6 seconds. Wunzirius Guy has climbed to 17, overtaking Mama Hasta I. The pursuit by Bjorkrenshaw and Neotexum from Team Racing Potatoes is intense as they close in on Mama Hasta D. Baker Jerome and Amy are making gains on Mama Hasta, reducing the gap by 365.8 seconds. Kamikaze 38 is closing in on Baker Jerome and Amy, closing the gap by 518.6 seconds. Feds and Aerofail have advanced to 6th place, surpassing Zach Frimsource. Nearsol and Nukembukem are making moves, catching up to Twix 560 and Super Lacroix. reducing the difference by 2.2 seconds. Mirasol and Mukenbokum are making a move, catching up to Twix 560 and Super La Croix, reducing the gap by 2.9 seconds. Flyknight and Haruto 5 are making significant progress, reducing the distance to Zach from source by 2.5 seconds. Fed's Ayara Fail and Zach from source are fiercely contesting the 6th position in a tight battle. Zach from source, Flyknight, and Haruto 5 are engaged in a tight battle for the 7th position. Meanwhile, Twitch 5 is making a strong comeback, closing in on Rizaldi Adha and Yushijum 7 by reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Amundsen is steadily gaining ground on Flyknight and Haruto 5, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Baker, Gironi and Amy are making huge strides, reducing the gap to Mama Husta by 50.7 seconds. Cedric and Father Scoose are making a move on Unipoki, reducing the gap by 4.1 seconds. Kokibininity and Edelbach have smoothly advanced to 2nd place, surpassing Unipoki in the process. Chip Brahman and Maya are now within striking distance of Unipoki, reducing the gap by 3.5 seconds. Mama Hasta is making moves, closing in on Bjorkenshaw and New Texan by 4.1 seconds. Zach from source is making a significant move, narrowing the gap to Unipoki by 45.7 seconds. The duo Flyknight and Haruto 5 are now in 6th place after overtaking Amundsen. Feds and Irafel make a nice move up to 8th place, passing Matsu in Korea. Mirasol and Ukembokan are hot on the heels of Twix 560 and Super La Croix, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Matsu Inc. is making gains on Hugger 3, narrowing the gap by 10.30 seconds. Can coming in 704 is rapidly catching up to Duff Dad, reducing the distance by 26.1 seconds. A tight battle for 8th place is unfolding between Feds, A. Arafale, and Hugger 3. Rizaldi Adha and Uyuzjon 7 are making a significant move, catching up to Duff Dad and decreasing the gap by 79.3 seconds. Twix 560 and Super Lacroix are making a strong move, gaining ground on Nira Sol and New Cambokum by reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. The competition is definitely heating up in this race. Feds and Arafale are catching up to Amin San, reducing the distance by 2.3 seconds. Twix 560 and Super Lacroix have made a swift move, advancing to 23rd place by overtaking Nira Sol and New Cambokum. Waziria's guys making headway, narrowing the distance to just Jazik by 2.7 seconds. Twix 560 and Super Lacroix are on the move, climbing to P23 after overtaking Nira Sol and New Cambokum. Unipoppy makes a bold move into 3rd place, passing Ship Broman and Maya. Blind Eye and Haruto 5 advance to 5th place, overtaking Zach from Source. Kamikaze 38 is closing in on Baker Jaronin and Amy, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Unipoppy is closing in on Koki Benignity and Edelbach by 28.8 seconds. Feds and Arafale are hunting down Zach from Source, shrinking the gap by 36.6 seconds. The Okrenshaw and New Texum are catching up to Mama Hasta, diminishing the gap by 12.2 seconds. Matsu Inc. advances to the 9th position, surpassing Duff Dad and Astagiji Kyle, and Nevtida AVD2. Duff Dad gains ground and now occupies the 10th spot, overtaking Tang Kamin in 7. On 104. Tang Kamin 704 is making a move on Duff Dad, closing in by 3.1 seconds. The battle for positions intensifies. Twitch 5 is making a strong move, closing in on Rizaldi Ada and Ayushun 7 by 20.9 seconds. Wunzeria's guy from Team No Name Racing is on fire, closing the gap on Bioquinshaw and New Texan by a whopping 519.6 seconds. Meanwhile, Hugo 3 has executed a smooth overtake on Tankaming 7-4, moving up to P11. Gary No Name is making a huge move, catching up to Twitch 5 by 46.5 seconds. It looks like Twix 560 and Super Lacroix are also gaining ground on Mirasol and Mukemboken, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Baker Gironi and Amy are gaining on Waziria Sky, cutting the lead by 494.8 seconds. In the back, Twitch 5 and Gary No Name are dueling for the 14th spot in their Lamborghini Jarama and Dodge Charger Daytona 69 respectively. Baker Gironi and Amy are continuing to hunt down Waziria Sky, decreasing the difference by 494.8 seconds. Kamikaze 38 has gained ground on Baker Gironin and Amy, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Schipperman and Maya are making a strong move towards Cookie Binety and Edelbach, reducing the gap by 5.5 seconds. The pressure is on as they continue to close in on their competitors. Schipperman and Maya are making a move, catching up to Koki Beninity and Edelbach by 430 seconds. Mirasol and Mukemboken are neck and neck, with Twix 560 and Super Lacroix battling it out for the 23rd position. Exciting times on the track as these cars jostle for position in this intense race. Rizaldi Adha and Eus Jonsivin are putting the pressure on Tankaming 700, in full decreasing the distance by 3.2 seconds. Twix 560 and Super Lacroix have made a smooth move up to 23rd place, skillfully overtaking Mirasol and Mukemboken in the process. Twitch 5 in the Lamborghini Jeramus is neck and neck with Gary No Name in the Dodge Charger Daytona 69 for 14th place. Mirasol and Mukemboken have made a strong move to 23rd, surpassing Twix 560 and Super Lacroix. Now Neresol and Nukembokong in a Lincoln Continental 62 are battling hard against Twix 560 and Super Lacroix in a Ford Gran Torino 74 for that 23rd spot. Just Jazzy from Team S1s is steadily catching up to Twitch 5, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Twix 560 and Super Lacroix have made a strong move to P23, overtaking Neresol and Nukembokong in the process. Kamikaze 38 is now within striking distance of Baker Jeronin and Amy, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Kamikaze 38 from Wangan Midnight Runners is making a move, closing the gap by 2.1 seconds on Baker Jeronin and Amy. Kamikaze 38 is now just 2 seconds behind Baker Jeronin and Amy in the race. Unipocky is catching up to Sidrak and Farthest Goose, reducing the gap by 3.5 seconds. Amingsan and Matsu Inc. are fiercely battling it out for the 8th position. Neresol and Nukembokong have advanced to P23, surpassing Twix 560 and Super Lacroix in a spirited battle. Neresol and Nukembokong are behind the wheel of a Lincoln Continental 62, while Twix 560 and Super Lacroix are piloting a Ford Gran Torino 74. Kamikaze 38 is now just 2.1 seconds behind Baker Jeronin and Amy, putting pressure on the current position holders. Unipocky is making a strong push, closing in on Sidrak and Farthest Goose, reducing the gap by 8.9 seconds. Additionally, Zach from Source has advanced to 5th place, overtaking Feds and Air Fail. Cedric and Farthest Goose are rapidly closing in on Unipocky, reducing the gap by 15.5 seconds. Kokibininity and Edelbach are making their presence known as they close in on Cedric and Farthest Goose, reducing the gap by an impressive 10.6 seconds. Kokibininity and Edelbach are making significant progress, closing in on Cedric and Farthest Goose by 8.6 seconds. On the other hand, Mirasol and Nukembukum are also charging forward, reducing the distance to Susan Greenberg and Obelixa Max by a whopping 586.2 seconds. The race dynamics are getting intense as these teams maneuver through the track. Flynight and Haruto 5 are catching up with Feds and Aerofail, cutting the gap by 3.8 seconds. The Okrenshaw and Neotexum are also closing in on Mamahasta, reducing the gap by 3.4 seconds. Rizaldi Ada and Guyus Jonsson are steadily gaining on 10 Komen in 7 Hall, reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Saffron Sauce is closing in on Ship Broman and Maya, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Duff Dad has smoothly advanced to 8th place, surpassing Matsu Inc. Autoind. The battle for 8th position is heating up between Duff Dad in the Shelby GT3 350, 66 and Matsu Inc. in the Lamborghini Miura, 400 Zestato. Duff Dad and Amundsen continue their close battle for the 9th position. Duff Dad in the Shelby GT3 150-66 is holding off Amundsen in the Lamborghini Miura 450 Stit. The competition remains tight as both drivers fight for that coveted spot in the race. Just Jazik is making a significant push, closing in on Gary No Name with Team No Name Racing by reducing the gap by 46.4 seconds. Duff Dad has made a strong move up to Pate by overtaking Matsu in Kichinchi. The competition is heating up as Just Jazik continues to reel in Gary No Name with impressive speed. Amundsen skillfully advances to 9th place, overtaking Matsu Inc. Kamikaze 38 is on the move, narrowing the distance to Baker Jerome and Amy by 2.6 seconds. Neosol and Nukembakim are making a significant move, catching up to Suzanne Greenberg and Obelix Max by cutting the gap by 596.5 seconds. Kamikaze 38 has climbed to P20, successfully passing Baker Jeroni and Amy in the process. Neosol and Nukembakim are continuing to close in on Suzanne Greenberg and Obelix Max, now reducing the gap by 596.5 seconds. Duff Dad is making a move on Flyne and Haruto 5, reducing the gap by 3 seconds. Haruge is closing in on Matsu Inc., narrowing the gap by 3.2 seconds. Wunziri's Guy is gaining on Byokunsha and Neotexum, reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds. Wunziri's Guy is making a strong move, closing in on Byokunsha and Neotexum by 2.6 seconds. Welcome back, Lariki and the Low. Great to have you back in the race car spectating action. Good timing, things are just heating up on the track. Racing car checkered flag. Tenkamin 704 is closing in on Hug 3, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Gary No Name from Team No Name Racing is narrowing the gap on Twitch 5, reducing the distance by 2 seconds. Chip Roman, Maya, Feds, and Ayarfail are all fighting it out for the 5th position in a tight battle. It's anyone's game as they jostle for position on the track. Matsu Inc. is closing in on Amundsen by 2 seconds. Rizaldi Adha and Ujas John 7 are also catching up to Tenka Mainan 7 Hole, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. The race is getting more intense as these drivers make their moves. Tankman 704 is inching closer to Hugger 3 from Team Nafgum Kings, reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds. Exciting stuff happening on the track. Serious guys catching up to Bjorkenshaw and Neo Texan, reducing the gap by 3.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Air 40 has climbed to P26, overtaking Twix 560 and Super LaCroix. Feds and the Aerofail have advanced to 5th place, surpassing Shipperman and Maeda Atoll. Meanwhile, Flying Eye and Haruto 5 are fiercely competing for the 7th spot against Duff Dad. Flying Eye and Haruto 5 are in a Lamborghini Murabfar 100s V, while Duff Dad is driving a Shelby GT 33 Fun Ri 150 66. Gary No Name has made a significant gain on Twitch 5, reducing the distance between them by 3.5 seconds. Kamikaze 38 continues to push hard, narrowing the gap with Wazirius Guy by 2.7 seconds. Shiproman and Maya make a strong move to claim the 5th position, surpassing Flying Eye and Haruto 5-3. Meanwhile, Flying Eye and Haruto 5 show their speed, overtaking Duff Dad from Live for Speed to secure the 6th spot. Duff Dad then makes a swift move of their own, passing Feds and Airfail to slot into 7th place. Flying Eye, holding out till the end for that ultimate edge. I like the strategy. Let's see if it pays off. Matsu Inc. is closing in on Feds and Aerofail, reducing the gap by 11.7 seconds. Hugger 3 is also catching up to Matsu Inc., closing the gap by 29.7 seconds. Duff Dad from Team Live for Speed has surged to 6, passing Flying Eye and Haruto 5. Rizaldi Adha and Eus John 7 have advanced to 12th place, passing Tenkamin 704. Tenkamin 704 is showing impressive speed, catching up to Rizaldi Adha and Eus John 7 by 7.8 seconds. Rizaldi Adha and Eus John 7 are also gaining ground on Matsu Inc., reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds. The race is heating up as 10 Kominen 704 continues to close in on Rizaldi Adha and Euston 7 by 7.8 seconds. Twitch 5 is now hot on the heels of 10 Kominen 704, narrowing the distance by 4 seconds. Koki Beninity and Edelbock are steadily catching up to Sidrak and Farthest Goose, reducing the distance between them by 2.3 seconds. Chip Roman and Maya are showing impressive pace, rapidly closing in on Zach from Source, reducing the gap by a whopping 16.6 seconds. Zach Fromsos is putting the pressure on Koki Beninity and Edelbach, reducing the distance by 2.7 seconds. Geggs and Arafale making moves, cutting the distance to Flyinai and Haruto 5 by 3.6 seconds. Huggert 3 is rapidly closing in on Amundsen, reducing the gap by 43.6 seconds. Duff Dad is making moves, closing in on Zach from Source by 2 seconds. Amundsen and Huggert 3 are locked in a tight battle for the 9th position. Amundsen makes a move and takes over Huggert 3 for 9th place. Amundsen and Huggert 3 are fighting for the 9th spot. Baker Yuan and Amy are catching up to Kamikaze 38 from One Gun Midnight Runners, reducing the distance by 2.1 seconds. Tenkaminen 704 is gaining on Rizaldi Adha and Yuzhan 7, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Welcome back OK3. Great to have you back in the race car spectating action. Let's buckle up and enjoy the show together. Checkered flag automobile sparkles.